Thank you. It's a beauteous morning, lovely ladies and gentlemen. For those of you on time, please allow me to applause for you. Thank you very much. The world of social media, ladies and gentlemen, and we go live on Facebook for 2 minutes. So if either of you want to join us, it's our pleasure. Or if you want to go live from your Facebook, it's our pleasure. Kindly do so. And we'll begin the next 2 minutes post we going live on Facebook. I shall announce the security guidelines, post which we shall begin. Till then, make sure you have your smiles intact, and I shall see you in a few minutes. Thank you. The security guidelines.
Hello, lovely people.
Yes. Thank you very much, lovely ladies and gentlemen. Before we begin and before we move ahead, it's time for the gentleman to cue us regards security and safety guidelines. Sir, can I please request you to cue us for the safety guidelines? Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Seniors Hotel Mumbai. My name is Chandrasekhar. I'm from Security Department of the hotel. I would like to brief you about the hotel's safety and security measures. For your safety and in case of emergency, we have 6 fire exits on this floor, 4 behind you and 2 in front of you. Just you need to go out and just look for the emergency exit signages. Also, I would like to brief you about today's FLS testing. So we are doing FLS testing on the 8th floor and the level below of the hotel. So we are not experiencing any FLS testing here on this floor. So in case any buzzer comes off, do not panic, just inquire to our staff. Thank you. Thank you so much.
That's very kind of you. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, safety always comes first, and we thought of really cueing you regards to safety guidelines, since St. Regis is comparatively a new place, a new venue for most of us. I thank you all early this morning for being here so much on time, considering the Indian Standard Time, and of course, the Mumbai traffic. Thank you very much, people, for being here. But a humble request to everyone to kindly put your phones in an inaudible mode. It's a humble request, please. You can put them in a silent mode, please. Thank you. And please feel free to go live on any of the social sites whenever you feel like. It's absolutely our pleasure. I shall mention to you the page we have on Facebook too. You can tag us too, it's going to be our pleasure. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Simran Ahuja and I'm truly delighted to be here, though I can't see a lot of smiles. Can I have some great smiles in the room early this morning, people? Thank you, Mr. Dilip Mehta. Such an honor to have you here. Jai Shri Krishna. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. As we always follow the custom of India, well, before we begin anything auspicious, it's time for us to take the blessings of the Almighty. So we shall begin with lighting of the lamp ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, to do the honors, can I please invite our dignitaries here on stage, here close to the lighting of the lamp ceremony, that's off the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, we have with us Mr. Nick Vyas, the Founding Executive Director for Center for Global Supply Chain Management, Academic Director for Masters of Science in Global Supply Chain Management, and Professor for Data Science and Operations. Mr. Nick Vyas, it's truly an honor to have your humble presence early this morning. Thank you so much for honoring us, sir. I request you to be close to the lighting, to the lamp, sir. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we're truly excited to invite amongst us the head and the executive director of World Bank India, Mr. Junaid Ahmad. Truly an honor to have your presence, sir. We are so delighted to have you here. Thank you so much for being here with us this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, we are truly and equally delighted to invite the CEO and Executive Director of Los Angeles Port, United States of America, Mr. Eugene Seroka. Thank you, sir. Thank you for going live on Facebook too. That was very kind of you. Ladies and gentlemen, the gentleman who says, probably very close to my heart, and who says, yes, this is what he wanted to do. He had a vision, and his vision has turned into a reality today. Please put your hands together for Mr. Raj Dias. And congratulations to you, Mr. Raj. Finally, it's happened today. We'd also love to invite on the Managing Director of Pegasus and a very dear friend, Mr. Dilip Mehta. Can we please have you here, sir? Our Managing Director, Winner Interplast Company Limited, Thailand. Can we please have Mr. Ajay Jalani? Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, we are truly honored to have with us the Director of USC, based in India, Mr. Kamal Cheda. Kamal ji, बहुत-बहुत शुक्रिया. Truly an honor to have you here, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we also like to invite on the President of Indian Academy of Management, Mr. Ashok Sharma. Thank you, Mr. Ashok. Last but not the least, can we please have the CEO of SPD, Source Procure Deliver, Mr. Augustine, to join us. Sir, I don't want the music. I'm sorry. I don't want the music. I don't want the music. I don't want the music. Music नहीं चाहिए sir. Music निकालिए. Sir, music बिल्कुल नहीं चाहिए. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to have the lighting of the lamp ceremony. And while we have the lighting of the lamp ceremony, I did request you all to join me for the Gayatri Mantra. Can I please request the gentleman here for the matchbox, please? Or the candle? Lighter is fine too, because it's all matters of the heart. Let us all brighten this place, ladies and gentlemen. Om Bhurбhuః Svahā Tatsarviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodaya. Om Bhurбhuః Svahā Tatsarviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodaya. Om Bhurбhuః Svahā Tatsarviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodaya. The room has suddenly brightened up, and the feelings are so pure that we are all set to begin and start this beautiful day and the conference. I thank all our respected dignitaries. Thank you so much for the lighting of the lamp ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, with this fresh feeling and the beauteous, and I must say, the angelic feeling, I welcome you all to the USC Global Supply Chain Symposium India. And to begin with, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, we have the inaugural welcome, and to address the audience, can we please have on the dais the one and only Mr. Raj Dias. Can we please request you to be here with us, sir? Thank you, sir. Everyone is really charged up after lighting the lamp, and we really look forward to a great inaugural welcome from you, sir. Thank you.
I am charged. Thank you, Simran. Morning, everyone. Nick, Junaid, Jean, and I, esteemed delegates, a very warm welcome to this inaugural Global Supply Chain India Symposium. This symposium consists of thought leaders that are creating tomorrow's supply chain with experts and academics. USC's Center of Global Supply Chain started 5 years ago by Nick Vyas, making this MS the #1 university in the United States in supply chain, for which I'm fortunate to have known Nick over the last few years. Nick is one of the visionary leaders I've met in this field, and he's able to see the disruptions in the global supply chain. Why India? Based on my last 4 years of attending the USC Supply Chain Symposium and Summit in the US, personally, I gained so much knowledge in the area of supply chain, such as disruptive technology, such as blockchain, and several other areas. I believe that this symposium will help not just to build dreams, but transform into reality. So share your dreams with investors and businesses today at this symposium, and take India to meet and surpass global standards. Indian government has taken leaps in the last few years to bring in the supply chain revolution in terms of implementation of the GST. This has started the supply chain transformation. We should not be, when I look at GST today, I hear many things from my customers about GST, but one should look at the long term where GST is concerned, because it does automate a lot of the process. It there's a lot of tangible benefit in the GST, yes. There's also the intangible benefits, such as all the paper and documentation going away, the truck stops, the truck checks, the fuel costs at these check stops, running to banks. I remember when I was in this field and I started my career here in India, is running to the check naka and the octroi to pay the end form, and sending the office boy to the bank for a check at the last minute. These are intangible benefits that one needs to see when, with GST being implemented, this goes away. So through automation, that will create the innovation and creates the catalyst for new jobs or industries are created. I'm sure many of you have warehouses or CFSs today. And I'm not sure whether you all are aware, but there is a disruptive market taking place in the hotel industry. You all know in Airbnb, the hotel industry changed a lot. Airbnb is the largest hotel today with no physical hotel. And Warehouse Exchange, which you will know, is another platform which we will talk later this afternoon. But when it comes to warehousing, a lot of you all may not know, but the hotel industry is looking at warehousing being a disruptive market in their sector, because in Los Angeles I know 2 or 3 hotels are seriously looking at warehousing disrupting their markets, and that's because a lot of the weddings have taken place in warehouses. And I myself personally has been to this wedding in Los Angeles. It was a spectacular. You enter the gate and you don't know you're in a warehouse. You don't know you're in a warehouse facility. And the catering was done by this 5-star restaurant, but the wedding was held in the warehouse. When I entered in, it was just an amazing stage prop. He had the Gurudwara built in there along with the reception area, and it was just spectacular. But I must share with you is that he did tell me that his father insisted on having the Gurudwara built in the same place where he had the reception. And he had ordered the food, and 2 weeks before the wedding, he says, I made a mistake, he said, because my father insisted on having the Gurudwara built there as part of the wedding, and he said, I've ordered non-veg food. I'm not supposed to order the non-veg food. So it was a hilarious thing for me, is because it was such a well-planned, beautiful wedding in a warehouse. So there are hotels in the United States that are looking at taking the warehousing seriously in terms of disrupting their market as well. So my friends, for the academic and millennial generation, please think about having a mentor with you all. is, wisdom is important when you create innovation, and you need to have somebody guide you all along the way. For me, where supply chain has been, it's been part of me, it's a passion, I think it's part of my DNA. So I have tremendous customer obsession and passion that has driven me to find solutions in supply chain, where I started the first sea and air service out of Japan into India back in the late 80s, early 90s. And that was because my customers pushed me for a cheaper way of transportation to Delhi, being an inland area, and did the first sea and air service into India. While in Japan, I did also get the first private bonded license for the company in Japan, and before even the Japanese company. So the customers really pushed me to find solutions, and there's something that just happened 3 months ago where a textile company in the United States came to me and said, Raj, he has 4 factories in Egypt, and he said that I'm having a problem because over the last 1 year, Egypt has put an embargo on passenger flights into the United States. And he said that it takes 24 days to get his shipments by ocean via New York to Los Angeles. He asked me, is there a better way? And he was air freighting his goods into Los Angeles. And he said, is there a better way, or can I reduce my cost? And he's paying about $9 a kilo into Los Angeles. A month back, I flew into Turkey, and I decided to start a new way for him, is using sea air from Cairo, Damietta port to Istanbul, and cutting his transit time from 24 days using a sea air option, and his cost by less than 50%. And no one's doing that in the United States of a new service. And I'm saying this because one needs to focus on their customer. It's the customer and the demand chain that drives the change in our industry. So for me, it's extremely exciting to be able to work with customers that push me to be better. At Global DCM, we try very hard to find solutions and make innovations in our supply chain. As a mentor once said, a very dear friend I just met a few months back actually, and I've truly come to respect him, and he said to me is that, Raj, your network is your net worth. And that is so true. Your network is your net worth. And that's my ROI. And so today is an opportunity to listen to thought leaders that are creating tomorrow's supply chain, meet and network with the people in our industry, and create the innovation that will exist in the demand and supply chain for your customers.